What's up guys, Richard here. Welcome to the third video in my series of Duolingo Horror, Evil, Owl, Game Jam, whatever you call it, I don't know anymore. Basically, I started the day by building out the main menu for my level. It's gonna be just a simple room. There's gonna be like a start game, credits, exit, that's pretty much it. Anyway, when doing that, I really was not liking the lighting configuration, got a bit annoyed, so I decided to jump over and see what Josh was doing instead. Basically, Josh was building out a chimney and a fireplace and complaining about planes in Maya. I went, okay, that sounds good, let's look at optimizing the level. Maybe that's a bit more interesting to do. Anyway, you can see we're just looking at the optimizations, but we have some nice level coming along. So I decided that my owl in the main menu is going to need an idle cycle, because you don't want him just standing there. And then of course we got distracted on Discord. And then I went back to working on my idle cycle. Here I've only done part of it. I'm basically just working on the lower regions, just making him jump up and down. I'm actually getting a tiny bit better now with Blender and animation. And then I went over to Unreal and started working on the actual widget. The widget is like the HUD interface that you're going to see. So I thought, you know, we'll have the hotel at the top, some little catchy saying like the ultimate language learning experience. You're actually not going to learn any language when playing this game. It's just about fear and running. And then I've got like start experience and credits. And then Josh was like, help, help. And I had a look and he's like, my game crashed and I haven't saved anything. What do I do? And I said, well, tick those boxes and hit restore. And he went, okay, tick, tick, skip restore. And watch, you'll see his face. Here it is. 3, 2, 1, boom. He just realized what he did.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
So, after a few moments of awkward silence, Josh managed to get back into the level and start doing everything again. I watched him for a bit to make sure that he didn't neck himself, and then I went back to working on my actual interface. So here I'm just continuing to build out the main menu. I thought maybe in the background I'll add like a blur effect, and I'm just like moving things around, but then when I actually saw it in level, it was just disgusting. And I decided, you know what, I'll start with the actual title, and then that will give me like the whole feeling or the whole theme for the rest of it. So I grabbed this random font, which is called like Grand Hotel from Google Fonts, and then I decided to make it like all broken up and stuff, but then I really didn't like that. Instead, I changed direction and I decided I wanted to make like a neon light effect. So I grabbed a real neon light, grabbed the colors from that. You can see me here, I'm putting all the glow effects in, basically doing the whole lot in Photoshop. Then I loaded it into Unreal and spent about 5 minutes forgetting how to turn bitmaps off. Eventually I figured that out and I managed to get my actual image in there. Loaded it in, thought it looked pretty good right here, but then when I pressed play, it was terrible, and I did not show you that for long because I did not want you to see that for long. So I decided, why not just actually build this in Blender, like just make a 3D model neon light? Well, that can't be that hard. So I had to go look up how to do like actual text in Blender because I've never done that before. Apparently, you just press the text button. So it was not that hard. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to make a back plate for my neon light. And this weird snaky thing that you can see on the screen right now that I'm attempting to optimize, that's meant to be like the tubes that run behind a neon light and kind of supply it with the gas or whatever it is. But I set 2 of those up and I actually had to go out and learn curves to do all that, and I was quite proud of myself.
And curves.
Now, I got really excited over these curves. As you can see right here, I'm stripping them, optimizing them. I'm going, this looks schmick as. And in fact, I even got into unwrapping the text, which I figured out about after 10 minutes was probably the most pointless exercise in the world. I actually got through about 4 letters before I asked myself the fundamental question of, do I actually need to unwrap this? Because it's going to be a glowing, bright neon light. So then I stopped doing that, I went back into Unreal, I deleted that horrible texture, and I pulled in my model and I went, oh, this actually looks really good. Oh wait, I don't really need those curves that I'd been spending about an hour building, and I don't need that backplate. In fact, I didn't need to do like 90% of what I actually just did over the last few hours, so yeah, that was a pretty pointless exercise, but at least I can say now, I can do curves in Blender. And here, I'm just doing a little test run through the level, trying out my little subtitle thing. It's not really a subtitle, it's more like an intro film. You'll see it in like full effect within a few minutes. just testing out those last little things, putting some manual timers in there, just swapping some fades in and some fades out. There might be an easier way of like fading in and fading out text, but I didn't find it, so I just built my own little animations. Anyway, here it is, starting up the actual game, and it's going to start with a bang when it does. So you can hear there's some background rain music. I'm going to put some sound effects over the check-in, etc. Then there's going to be a voiceover for this part. In fact, I'll do it right now. It's 11:45 p.m. and you haven't done your Duolingo lesson for the day. Ooh, your streak is about to break. Or is it? And then boom! Sound effect, door comes smashing through the hotel lobby. Obviously there's going to be a cinematic there, but you know what? I'm just going to be quiet for a second, let you guys just soak it in. And that's pretty much it for now, guys. So if you've liked this video, you know what you need to do. Like it, share it around, sub to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.